Hey guys, and I'm gonna try and I guess see what's better for at least for PvP on FrostDK and 2H. Right now I'm running mainly just crit, so crit and mastery. So you can see my crit 26.14, and then my mastery is at 38.01. The reason why I don't want to run haste anymore, I used to, and it was up to like 97% or something like that, something stupid, something crazy. And that seems cool and everything. My attack speed was at like 1.3 or something like that. My rune speed was recharging at uh, around 7 seconds. That seems cool and everything. The thing that I noticed was with killing machine, um, auto attacks. So the more auto attacks you think, it would be great. The more auto attacks you do, and the more haste you have, like that, you'll do more damage, right? It doesn't work that way. Um, Most of the time, I found myself runic power starved, and I couldn't do shit. I couldn't have any. I didn't have any runes. I didn't have any runic power, and I had killing machine proc. It's like great. Well, next time in the next like 6 seconds, I'll have something to do. Yay! For some reason, that happened with haste. It doesn't happen with crit. It happens every now and then, but for the most part, it doesn't happen. I don't see myself starved that much. I don't get as many killing machine procs, of course, because I have less attack speed. But um, I'm doing a lot more damage due to my crit being so high and my mastery being high. In Frost DKs, you think you would just spin all your shit and obliterate, and you get 3 obliterates. That's sweet, but for the most part, you're doing Frost Strikes. You're doing Frost Strikes and you're doing Howling Blast. And because most people are going to kite the shit out of you, and you just have to spam Chains of Ice and Howling Blast and hope the fuck that works. So, the more damage you do with Mastery, it's better. I've been playing around trying to see on 75 talents which one is actually better, and I haven't come to a conclusion yet. I'm still testing, and that's what this video is going to show. I'm going to try and show DPS and everything like that, and all I'm going to use is Outbreak and my Burst macro. And I'm going to do until my Pillar of Frost ends, basically, and then cut it off right there, and whatever damage I have in my recount, then that's what I'm going to go by. I'm going to do the 3 trials. I know they're going to be different. I'm going to take the average of all 3 of each tier like that, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to use Raise Dead or Empower Rune Weapon because those are situational, and they can change dramatically where you're going to get. You can get 200k or 150k out of another one. It dramatically changes, and each time you do it's going to be different because you're going to get different procs. From what I can see, Runic Empowerment or Runic Corruption is going to be best. Blood Tap, I have a love-hate relationship with Blood Tap. I have a macro, Frost Strike, Blood Tap, just cast your Frost Strikes until it gets to the 5 point, and then it casts a Blood Tap, and you get your rune back. Runic Empowerment, I've been using that a lot lately, and I'm starting to hate it because it doesn't happen that often. 45% chance is not a lot when you think about it. Usually you think 1 out of every 2 Frost Strike is going to give you your Death Rune back, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way because it's 45% chance, not 50. So that's even less than that. Sometimes you can get 3, 4, 5 Frost Strikes before you get your Death Rune back. And when that happens, Blood Tap becomes better because you get 3 Frost Strikes. That's your free Death Rune. Runic Corruption surprisingly can help. When I was running haste, I used to run this, and it would make my runes recharge at like around 4 seconds. Or no, actually 3.5, something like that, something stupid like that. So we're gonna test this, and we'll see. So I decided that this is the best dummy to use it on, to try this stuff on, because I've tried all the different dummies, and I forgot that they're clustered together, and Howling Blast is going to hit them, so whichever one gives me more Freezing Fog is going to give me the most damage, basically, and that's pure RNG. So I'm just going to try on this one. And we'll see what happens. It's 85, but still, whichever one has the most damage, whichever one has the most DPS, and what gives you less downtime and stuff where you're not doing that much shit, that's what we're going to go on. Okay. Okay, well, from the numbers, it seems like when you first the highest number that you get, the damage and the highest DPS came from Runic Empowerment. That first trial I had was one of the best trials that you could ever have as a DK. Okay, almost every single one of my obliterates went off, and when it did, it almost triggered freezing fog every single time. Almost every single one of my frost strikes actually put a death rune up. That's the best case scenario you could possibly get. You look at my second trial of Runic Empowerment, and the damage tanks, by 2 mil. 2 mil damage I'm missing out of that, and almost 100k DPS. Runic Corruption did what I thought it was going to do. Okay, Runic Corruption is going to be, it's your static. It doesn't change much. It's always constant. It's very, 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 the second trial of Runic Corruption kind of surprised me. Usually it does a bit more, but anyways, that probably tanked it down a little bit. It still did well. All three are very, very close together when you average them out. Runic Empowerment, of course, is going to give you more DPS. But as you can see, my second trial, that happens a lot in PvP. You'll see yourself to where you have nothing to do. A lot of times people kite you and all that kinds of shit. Blood Tap, like I said, it's okay, but I don't like it for some reason, you know. Runic Empowerment, same way. Mainly, it throws you off. It's jarring. Okay, you'll have no runes for a little bit. When you're Frost Striking, all of a sudden, you go to Frost Strike again, and it gives you a rune back, and you Frost Strike instead of an Obliterate. That messes up a lot of stuff sometimes. You can't go by what the averages say. Average is a good number. It's a good way to think of things, but in the end, it depends on what you like. And the jarring motion of Runic Empowerment and BT throws me off a little bit, but BT seems to be even more for some reason. I don't know why. Runic Empowerment is completely random. You'd think that'd throw you off more, but not for me. I don't know why. Runic Corruption is still okay, but it might be better for haste. I don't know. But this is for crit first, then mastery. 2H Frosty K. So, numbers are there. Do what you want with them. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. It was pretty fun to make, and I learned a lot in my class. So, see you guys later.